Let's pretend for a minute that climate change scientists are doing it for the money. If they are, they're doing a terrible job. Here's why. So basically, this is an argument that comes up a lot from climate change deniers, which is that climate change scientists have been bribed. They're somehow doing this for the money. And even if we were to indulge this, I think the facts show that it is inherently not the truth. And let's go through several reasons why. One of which is that, okay, you could say, oh, they're making so much money like at research institutions, like real universities, right? Well, I mean, if we look at what the average tenured professor earns, it's about $120,000, which is very significant. And $70,000 seems to be a round starting salary, also very significant. But when you look at what climate change or climatologists are earning as researchers, it's kind of like in the middle. They're earning more than arts. They're earning a lot less than IT,
right?
For example.
Right. So if you're looking for what will get me the most green, so to speak.
If you're there, you know.
Yeah, if that's your goal.
If your goal is
this
that,
would
that
no
cash.
one. Yeah, no one's rushing to like climate change will get me the most. Like it's like, you know, what's a great get rich quick scheme? I know, I'll become manager at McDonald's. Like, well, wait, that's a decent job. Like, but
it's fine.
Really?
But that's
not
if your main goal is to get that cash, that's not the way to do it.
I'll work hard for 40 years and then retire.
And then there's the other idea that they want to hound all this grant money, this big grant money that's going into climate change research. To be fair, climate change research money has gone up a little bit over the years.
Right.
To be fair, for the U.S. government, the climate research money is spread across 13 different agencies, including NASA, and it's tracked by the U.S. Climate Change Science Program. It does okay, you know. It's not a huge amount of our budget, as I think you can tell. Funding peaked back in 1995 at $2.4 billion. In 2006, it was about $1.7 billion. And basically, if you look at where the cash goes in this, it doesn't generally go to the climatologists. A lot of it does actually go to funding large hardware for NASA in particular, which is would take up most of that money, as opposed to, you know, those pimping climatologists.
I'm just imagining like what the deniers who think this, like, have you seen, like, is there a climatologist you met who just drives the most pimped out Ferrari or something? Like, what have you seen that lends you to think this? I mean, this happens all the time. It's like, this movie got bad reviews. Clearly the reviewers were bribed. Like, really? No. I
think one reviewer would have probably made it very clear to the world and just gotten that huge scoop.
Yeah,
and made a name for themselves if that were true.
Exactly. That would have been the much bigger story.
That would be the thing that dwarfs it by so much, by whatever monetary gain you could possibly get for your one review on moviedude.com.
Which would have just been enough to get a sandwich and half a drink.
Yeah. It's. I also want to point out that movie reviewers don't make a ton of money either.
Yeah, no.
But that's off topic. The last thing would be, they're convincing the government to give them money to fund themselves in their own renewable energy products, right? No. Most renewable energy products, which are companies that produce these, that do seem to stand to make the most money off of, verified climate change is happening, we need to stop this, we need to make serious efforts, do not, in fact, employ climatologists. What's funny is, it's kind of like thinking an astronomer gets paid off for, figuring out how to stop asteroids. They can just detect that it's there. So what they're basically doing is saying, here's a problem, please put the money somewhere to fix it.
Yeah.
They're not absorbing the money themselves. It's like, pay someone else to fix this, is what their job is to say, which is kind of funny if you think about, like, the idea that they're the ones absorbing the money. They can't do anything to stop it. That's not their job. They literally can't. So, I mean, looking at these, I think without the story, we can both say, obviously they're not, pulling off the biggest scam of the century by pretending 97% of scientists who study this are by saying this.
Yeah.
But these are
all the scientists are in it together.
In a world where we can indulge this idea, here are 3 different ways where you can debunk that very fact. So if you are opposed to the idea that man-made climate change exists, please use a different way of saying why people would lie about it, because this cannot be true.
Yeah,
It's
this
not.
argument has no weight to it. It
Yeah.
has absolutely no weight to it.
Audience, leave your climate change denying comments below. I'm sure you won't. And please like and subscribe for more. Thanks.